Welcome to Nothing New, and I have a very special, awesome guest, uh, Giselle Suarez. Giselle, what's new?
Oh gosh, what a question to start with, Emerson. Can we maybe talk about the weather first?
Whatever you want to talk about.
uh, that's sweet. Well, there's a lot that's new. For starters, I have just put up my new endeavor in life. Where'd you go? Okay. Anyway, uh, my new sandbox to play with in life, which is my hypnosis business. I don't know where to look if you're not there. Okay, I'll look in the camera. Where did you go, Emerson? Oh, there you are. Do you need to go away?
No. I'm just
Okay.
giving you this. I'm just giving you the stage.
And I need you on it, or man, or I'm not even here. Anyway, yes. So I started my my new business, which is it's so bizarre. Anyway, it's called Radical Freedom Hypnosis, and I'm just playing with that, and it's weird and it's cool and it's unexpected, in many ways, to be in this place like this. Should I talk about why?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I'm all ears.
That's a funny image if you really were all ears. It's unexpected because just because I don't know. I don't even really know. Okay, so what's new besides that daily stuff, like a business, making a living, all that kind of thing, doing what you love, doing what you don't love if it comes up that way, and that just seems to happen. But the experience of it all happening is that when I fell down the rabbit hole that we will call non-duality, because that's what it's called, I suppose. There seemed to be this sort of understanding, or coming to a place where it's like, this is it, right? There's nothing else. Like, this explains everything, and the pure happening of what's happening, and nobody there doing it, and just the unknowable of it all, right? And I felt like this is it. And then as life proceeded to happen, I realized that this existence, this life, whatever you want to call it, reality, is like one massive playground. And within that playground, there are a gazillion sandboxes to play in, right? And non-duality, I thought, was the playground where all those boxes are. And in some sense, I still feel that way, but I also realized that non-duality and the whole business of that, or isness of that, the no me, this is not an experience, that it's just another sandbox. It's not the be all end all of this, which is what can we ever really know what this is, and what's happening? I mean, we can have our experience of it, and my experience of it is that so many sandboxes. Ah, Ruth, thank you, Ruth, so nice that you're here. Yeah, so I have landed in the sandbox of hypnosis, which I feel, in my experience, sort of has an ethereal arm in all the sandboxes that exist, which is why it's so much fun, because you can be in one and be in all. And that's also nonsense. So anyway, get me back on track, Emerson, please.
You're on track.
Oh,
You never lost track.
oh, phew. That's
Yeah.
good to know.
I wish we can break into a karaoke, in a
We can. We can do whatever we
yeah.
want, can we? Right?
That's
Right?
right. That's right. I just want to
Anytime.
remind the viewers that if you have any questions, if you want to ask Giselle in person, um, just let us know, and then we will put you on the screen. You can also ask questions via message, and there's one here. So some
Yeah.
non-dual speakers, this is from One Tapa One. Some non-dual speakers stick to their particular way of expressing non-duality and reject others' ways of speaking about non-duality as illusory. Do you have any comment on that?
I do. I absolutely do. But I'm not going to say it. Just kidding. Your dream guest, right, Emerson? I do, but nah. Let's sing a song instead. No, okay. So here's what I was thinking, or because I've thought about this in my in just my being, I guess, of exploring non-duality and everything that's just popping up to explore, is that I used to be one of those people, right? Like I used to be one of those when I started getting into this. I just was drawn to certain people, like following my nose, so to speak. And some people really resonated. I was particularly interested in women speaking about this because, for the most part, at the time, it felt like there was mainly the men. And then I found these women, and I was so like, oh, that's it, and I bought their books or whatever. And then at some point, oh, Howard, I will tell you later. Don't interrupt me. I'm in the stream of thought. No, I'm just kidding. I'll talk to you about that, Howard, later if you like. Anyway, yeah. So I was like, wow, this is it. Like I love how the feminine, if you will, expression of this, and you know, the freedom in it and all that. And then I just would keep following them, and I would see like, oh, now they're doing like retreats, or now they're talking about angels and gods. And I was like, fuck, I thought they were the ones that got it, and now they're totally straying from the truth of this, and it was so like disappointing almost. So and then I realized, as time, or the illusion of time, goes on, what started to happen is like because of my journey of life as it is appearing, I was like, in retrospect, I'm like, now I'm a hypnotist, and I'm experiencing and offering all these experiences or transformations through this, whatever hypnosis is. And then I thought, if I was looking at myself back then, what then I would be like, oh, now she's into hypnosis, that's not non-duality, that's and it was just funny to me. It wasn't or anything, it was just funny. And there was this relaxation in that everybody is just playing in their sandbox. The thing is that some people take it fucking so serious. Most people do. And they take it to be the be all and end all. And how can we ever know that? How can we ever know anything except what's happening? And if what's happening is that extreme holding on or sureness of what this is, no I, no experiencer, no this, no time, no cause and effect, then that's just the sandbox that you're in. I used to think that non-duality was what holds all these sandboxes, and now I realize it's just another sandbox. And what holds this sandbox is that what But when you get too serious or uncomfortable or too serious, let's just leave it at that, in your sandbox, it helps to just take that sort of expansive view and realize it's all a playground. None of it is the way it is unless it is the way it is while you're in that sandbox, right? And if you don't like it, then jump into another sandbox because you can. They're all there, all of it. And even things that you can't imagine will be there when you imagine them.
Thank
All
you.
right, bring me back to track.
All right. I have a couple of questions. There's
Okay,
a question here from Howard. Howard goes, I love the playground atmosphere. Though I'm curious, how does one perform hypnosis?
All right, I'm speaking from the hypnosis sandbox here, which I am so enjoying. There's so many Easter eggs, as they call them. Anyway, I don't think it's semantics, but I don't think anybody performs hypnosis, although the game is sort of set up that way, right? A hypnotist hypnotizes you and you do stuff or you feel stuff. In the clinical therapy part, you change your life, you feel good, you lose weight, you stop smoking. Excuse me. One of the perspectives is to see that we are all under hypnosis, whatever that is. There's eons of debate of what it is and what it isn't. And the interesting thing is, if if we go back to the originators of it and all that, you can read one of them. At least this is the way I experience. I'm like, yes, hypnosis is a state of being and you can be brought into that state. And then another person, no, it's not a state where, there's no way to blah, blah, blah. They both feel right. So there is no way to know what it is. And again, I'm speaking from this sandbox because when I talk about this, I also feel like we're talking about life, right? Like this whole thing, like there is no way to know what it is. But in the sandbox of hypnosis, what appears to happen is we are under hypnosis, whether it's the hypnosis of believing that you are a Catholic or that you are, your hereditary and your genes are what's causing your body issues, and your childhood is what's causing your emotional traumas and all that. It's just a hypnosis. It's just we're in some sort of trance, to use that word, because it's hard not to use that word when hypnosis, although it's possible to do hypnosis without trance, but that's another story. Anyway, and then what I'm seeing and experiencing is that through hypnosis, you can shift what trance you're in, right? Like all of a sudden the limitations can disappear. Those things can happen in other ways, as they do, but when you have someone who is skilled in this and who has this awareness of the play of life, stuff can happen that appears like magic. It really does. There is no limitation of what is possible, right? And that has nothing to do with hypnosis, but it seems to be more concentrated and focused when you're using hypnosis to play with it. So did I answer that question, or did I fucking lose it?
I think you did. I think that was pretty good. I have a few more questions here. Okay. This one is from Yasmin. Hi, Yasmin.
Oh, Michael, that's a good one. Sorry, I didn't mean it.
I'm watching your YouTube videos. I think you already answered that one, and enjoying them. What has been drawing you to the world of hypnosis?
Well, the same way, and this is just my story, which is all there ever is. Until it isn't, and then it is again, and then it isn't. But anyway, in my story, Just the way non-duality fell into my lap, it just literally fell. In fact, I was a seeker, spirituality. I tried all kinds of things, lots of fun sandboxes I played in, but I took them all so seriously. Like, yes, I can. Howard, sorry, the chat keeps popping up. That sounded so.
People don't see the chat. People don't see the chat.
It's private, so I didn't think so. But it pops up, so I have no choice but to look at it. No worries, Howard. We'll talk later for sure. Just contact me, radicalfreedomhypnosis.com. We'll talk. So yeah. Shit. Okay. Yeah. So radical freedom fell into my lap. No. Whoa. Where did that come from? Anyway, yeah, non-duality. Oh, spiritual seeking, yes. And then lots of sandboxes to play in. The irony is, like, looking back now, like taking them all so seriously and seeing that they were all just play. Anyway. And through the seeking, one of the people, if that's is Jed McKenna. I read his Jed McKenna's trilogy, and that fucking knocked shit out of the park for me, right? And I was like, whoa, like, it wasn't so much that, oh, this guy knows what's going on and he's enlightened and everything. It was more like I was recognizing a truth in those words, or an experience of my truth in those words, that almost felt like I was writing them. But because it's somebody else, there was a validation in my experience of reality, I suppose. And then after a while, it just got more mundane, and the misery of existence, and just what's the point and all that. And then non-duality landed in my app. In fact, in my spiritual search, anytime I encountered anything that had to do with non-duality, when I heard that word, Advaita, whatever, I literally switched off. I would skip whatever, because it didn't make any sense to me. I had it was so foreign, and what object, no object, subject. I was like, fuck that. I was with you till you brought that shit up, and now I'm not with you anymore, And then it's ironic how I landed, a YouTube video when I was just watching whatever. I'm like, what is this? And then the Tony Parsons video, and then like, whoa. And then for about a year, I was just drinking and listening and seeing, and all the time. In fact, we had to do, like, I had to go on work meetings every now and then, where we'd have to drive with a colleague, and they were like, no, I'm not driving with you. Can't stand listening to that shit you listen to. I'm like, fine, then you drive and you pick what you listen to, Anyway, but then that became that also became at some point, like, is this really the way it is? And all these people striving and wondering, like, I want to be like that person who has no me, who is free, or I don't even know if they would call it that, but whoa, that's a loud ding. So it just became like, I really got sick of it. Even though I sensed an essence of it happening in my life, but I listened to them, and it was like watching cartoons. Like watching a cartoon on a Saturday morning as a kid, like, oh, that's fun. And then switch to the next one because that's not fun anymore. And that became a thing with everything in life, everything. Not just philosophy, if you can call it that, or a way of experiencing reality in yourself. It's just, yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
What I'm going to do here, Giselle, is I'm going to take myself off the camera. You can read the questions, and you can talk directly to the audience. I think that's a really awesome.
Don't leave me. No, okay. Fine.
But I'm going to be here.
Okay.
I just want to give the opportunity for the audience to be able to interact with you. But I'll be here.
All right. So you come in if
I'm always here.
right. But I mean, pop
Yeah,
in
yeah.
if I start losing my track, Emerson. No, I'm
I,
just
I
kidding.
will pop in.
Yeah. Okay. So
All
I
right.
start with what's here, and then I don't know how much to talk about. Okay. 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 No. Okay. So Michael, hi. It's so nice to have you here. I've followed your stuff for a while. No word need. I, that's one way to look at it, and I totally agree with. I mean, enlightenment being a form of hypnosis. I don't even understand how anything isn't a form of hypnosis if we look at it from that perspective. But yeah, the idea of enlightenment, it's a sandbox. It's another sandbox. And if we're honest with it, the sandbox of enlightenment, there's probably like millions of those, and they all look and feel different. Personally, I don't like to play in those because there's a lot of, in my experience of it, there's a lot of judgment and restrictions and rules. There are no rules. And there are no ordinary moments. Even the ordinary moments are extraordinary. But that's a hard thing to experience at all times, or to live at all times, whatever words. Because when it doesn't feel that way, it sure isn't, right? Okay, so the problem with New Abita is that there is no path. Listening to the talks has no use, according to the speakers, such as Tony Parson. Yeah. So why is that a problem? If it's just a sandbox that you're playing in, like if you were kids, it's about really like returning to that sort of innocence, that curiosity where anything is possible. The imagination or life or whatever it is that creates stories and experiences and feelings and thoughts. When you were a kid, and playing in a sandbox with friends, it's all becomes so, it's so real, and play can be very serious, right? However, you never lose sight, if that's the right way to say it, that it's just play. So these Neo-Advaita people, if you were playing with them in the sandbox and you thought it was a problem that they're being so serious about what? No, there is no path. And then your best friend says, no, there is a path. And then you say, but there isn't a path. Do you automatically think your friend is absolutely right because he's Tony Parsons? You're like, look, there's a fucking path right now because we're playing, and let's have that, right? Or you agree like, okay, we'll agree to be no path. Or you agree to have a path and not have a path. And then so what? The play goes on. Okay. Yes, we are. Who wants to? It's a problem for someone who wants some path to have the same experience as Tony. Why? Why do you want to have the same experience as Tony? What experience are you having that becomes so disappointing because it's not Tony's? Fuck Tony. What is your experience? Get back in that sandbox and play. What do you want? What feels good in this moment? It might feel like shit tomorrow or in the next 5 minutes, but who cares? Do what feels good. And if there's some sort of thrill in wanting to be like Tony, then so be it. That's not a problem. But as soon as you see it as a problem, it becomes a problem. So wanting to be like Tony can be fun. And if it isn't, then fuck it. Stop wanting to be like Tony. Be like you. I think so, Norman. The appearance of life of this story is hypnosis. No, like I said, hypnosis is a sandbox, but because of the nature of hypnosis, which is unknowable, which is this nature of life, I feel like hypnosis can be a synonym for life, for what's happening. So making that experience, that perhaps putting a word to it that has some sort of magic, some sort of mystique to it, that it makes it more playful, more malleable, if you will, because through hypnosis, like I said, it has its ethereal arms stretched out in touching all the sandboxes. That's how I see it anyway. That's why I love where I've landed. And it's not even landing, it's just floating or diving or a little bit of each at certain times. I think anyway. Yes, the desire to have those kind of realizations comes because there is suffering. One hears about someone speaking about liberation and freedom and wholeness and wants that. Fuck Tony, fuck enlightenment. I get you, Tepa. In Advaita Vedanta tradition, the universe describes Maya. Maya is sometimes described as cosmic hypnosis. I didn't know that. It is cosmic hypnosis. I love it. Thank you for sharing that. So let's see if I can get my thoughts around this. I feel this is coming through Giselle, okay? When you take it seriously, like seriously, like this is real and it's important, and I have to do it this way, and I have to feel this way about it. If not, I'm doing something wrong. So I'm going to follow them because they're doing something right and they feel like that, and that's how I want to feel. When you get stuck in that, which is pretty much 99% of the population of the world, of the dream, there is suffering. There is wanting it to be different than what it is, which is suffering. When it snaps free, and it's like this, like hypnosis, right? Now, gone. Released from that. Now. Then, it's just a sandbox. You go where you go. Did you like Tom and Jerry? Or did you prefer Heckle and Jekyll? Remember that? Mighty Mouse? Bugs Bunny. When did you feel that you had to just watch one because that's the one? as a kid. You just watched and engaged with what you enjoyed, what you like, what feels good to you. If Tony Parsons feels good to you, fucking go talk to him, see him, hang out, or anybody, or anything. But don't make it about something missing in you, something that you don't have. There is only one you in the entire existence of whatever the fuck this is. Why not be that exactly as it's happening to you, for you? Why subscribe to anything unless it feels good? Unless it makes you happy that you're here to be alive, because you won't be for too long. And let's not talk about what death is, because who fucking knows? But you won't be here for too long. Or know you being you won't be here for too long either. Oh, thank you, Markham. Markham, that is your name too. Michael, thank you. I love it. That's a lovely compliment. I appreciate it. And the environment, the universe described as my, okay. Find your own true nature. Yeah, you don't have to find your own true nature. It's already that. It's already there. It's only in the seeking to find it that you're kind of going away from it. Although that's impossible, because you're seeking your true nature is also your true nature. However, I think there's a flaw in that can be easily fixed. Like your car is dead because the battery is dead. You just get a little jump start and it's going again. Easy peasy, right? There's nothing you have to do to find your true nature. You just have to stop doing to find your true nature, or to allow your true nature. That's it. Allow your true nature. Yeah, who's the we seeking? I think that's a going away from it. It's a going away from it. What are you seeking? You know what? Seeking can be a sandbox. That's it. You know? That's it. It doesn't mean you're not being your true nature. It doesn't mean that you are eventually going to come to it somewhere. I mean, you might for a little while, and then something else happens or appears. But it's always your true nature. If you don't think about it, no, that's a condition. There are no conditions on your true nature. This just is. But I was thinking about being a kid. You know, when kids are playing, whether they're playing hide and go seek with yourself. They're not thinking, am I being my true nature as I'm hiding, as I'm seeking? Oh, no, it's just that, right? Hide and go seek, that's a good sandbox. I'm not seeking, I'm just telling. Okay, I wasn't assuming you were. I was just coming up with whatever that brought up. Just being. Cheers. If you are looking for your, what? Even though they are sitting on your nose. Oh, glasses. Even though they're sitting on your nose, it's not wrong to look. After some time, you may find the glasses. There's nothing wrong with anything. There's nothing wrong with anything. God damn it. It's just water, I swear. Has it been 2 hours? Come on, people, hit me up. Maybe, who's coming on? Who's coming on? Is Nem? Is it Michael? Is it Michael? I don't know what I'm supposed to do, if I'm supposed to do anything. All right, nothing is missing is great freedom. Great freedom is all there is. No, I'm not seeking a goddamn thing except a good fucking income. No, I'm just kidding. But not really. I'm not. I just landed here and it's fantastic. And there's no seeking, but I also don't want to disregard seeking as a bad thing or as anything, you know. Seeking is this in the story of stories, which is all there ever is, right? How can a miracle appear if there is no story, right? I mean, okay, if we want to get really expansive, like out of all the sandboxes and just being that, whatever, everything is a fucking miracle, right? It really is, no doubt about that. But we are not always there because we can't be. That's not how humans work, whatever humans are. So we come to, constrict to sandboxes. And in those sandboxes, in the stories of play and dance and miracles happen. Synchronicities, love, fucking love, pleasure, physical pleasure. Why are we in this body if we don't allow ourselves to enjoy what's available in this body? Even enjoying the pains of our bodies because we're feeling stuff. So without a story, it's so boring, right? Could you imagine going to a movie, watching? Why do we love movies? Why are there so many millions of movies in this life? Because movies tell a story. Books. A movie made from a book is one version of that book. And that book, that story has a gazillion versions available to arise depending on who reads it, right? That movie that was made from that is just one perspective, one experience of expression of it. So why do we limit that? Why do we think it has to be one way? Why? I think I lost my train of thought. That's okay. Get off that train. I'm confused. Also come and go. What? Where? What? I'm confused. What? Yeah, that's a good way to be. That is a really good way to be. Confusion inspires curiosity, and that's a good thing. We've lost a lot, I think, in my experience, of people like knowing the way it is and the way it should be. It's like, where's the curiosity in what confusion can create? All right. Whereas your change in perspective gradually did come with personal catharsis. Oh shit. I think, in the illusion of time and story, Michael, I think it was gradual. However, Howard, get on the other chat. Do you have a brain that exists in time and space? I don't fucking know. Some people will say I do. Some people will say, no, I don't know. I don't mean to disregard that question like that, but I don't know. There's brains, apparently. Do you have a brain in your dream? When you're dreaming, do you stop and think, is my brain creating this dream experience? Is my brain working how it should be? Do kids think about that when they're playing in their sandboxes in the world? Is my brain in this box? Okay, Emerson. I think I've got some stuff to go on until you come back. Come back. Anyway, I search for my independence. Your independence has never left you. Why do you have to search for something that is already there? I think it's about, and this is the whole. Oh, hi, Howard. Oh, Howard, I didn't realize it was you now. I saw your last name. Hi, Howard. Been a while. No protocol. Anywho, something that has never left you, something that has always been there. Yes, that's what I was saying. And this is something that hypnosis I have found for myself and for those that I've worked with. It's about stripping away. It's about letting go of so much, And if it can be so easy, it can be really easy to just perhaps with your favorite hypnotist to guide you. There's a plug. I'm just kidding. To go into that space, whatever that is, and see it for yourself. And then, let it go, or it goes, because you see it. Once you see it, you cannot unsee it, right? And there's a few things we wish we could, but we can't. But the joy and the playfulness that has come after getting out of the non-duality box, which for me at some point felt like quicksand, right? It felt like, but this, and then no, they say this, but I feel that, and I know this is the truth, and it's just like the quicksand was, but me and this, and no me, no this, you're not doing anything. It's all, and I think hypnosis was the stick that pulled me out of the sandbox of non-duality. And literally this, right? I'm not saying that hypnosis is the be all end all, and that's the new sandbox to be in, although I do recommend it. I'm just saying that it was something that appeared that brought more color, more possibilities, more joy and playfulness than I experienced in the non-duality sandbox. And through that play in hypnosis, which is still happening, I realized what I recognize as Maya, the dream, being a gazillion sandboxes: science, physics, religion, motherhood, fatherhood, sex, hypnosis, non-duality, nature, stars. All of them are sandboxes. And we play where we play. And we can take our play seriously as long as it feels good. And when it stops feeling good, you can step out of that sandbox and realize it's just a sandbox. And look around you and see what other sandboxes available to you in that moment. And dive in. Dive fucking in. I just realized I'm describing Burning Man. Hey, Tom! Thomas! Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Oh my God. Blah, 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 blah. The discovery of new worlds. Jasmine, yes. And discovery of new worlds, the power of words and making new words. I suggest you go to my website, www.radicalfreedomhypnosis.com, and just check out what I've got there. And I do have a possibility on there. I have infinite possibilities on there. But for you to book a call for free and we can have a chat, okay? So it's like you have a Oop. Shit. How do I go down this chat? I don't know how to go down this chat. I can't go down the chat. I don't think. Oh, maybe like that? No. I lost the treasure chest one because it looks interesting. Maybe, but I can't. Nope. No, go away. I don't know what that treasure chest one is because I can't seem to scroll down. Yeah, kid stuff. That's all right. That's all we're doing here. OCD. Yeah, I do believe that it's definitely an avenue, hypnosis for OCD to explore. I think there's a lot of possibility there. My kid, he's 12 and really some intense OCD behavior that have definitely been alleviated through hypnosis. However, yeah, I don't know. I would explore it if I definitely think there's a possibility for that. I don't want to say that yes, absolutely, we'll cure it, because what is there to cure? It's just the beingness coming out like that. However, when we focus in on something like that, things transpire that appear to be helpful. So I want that treasure question. Can you copy paste that, Tepa? I don't know why I can't scroll down my questions. Yeah, whatever works. Whatever works. You know, the thing with mindfulness and hypnosis have been compared, and what's the difference? There is a difference. There isn't a difference. I do believe there is a difference, but that's because I do believe in the whole story of hypnosis. Yeah, I'm not on YouTube though. I'm afraid if I go on YouTube, I'll lose this. So anyway, the mindfulness stuff, the hypnosis thing, because it has such a presence in existence, right? The images and the cultural sort of expectations of what hypnosis is and what it looks like and everything. I think hypnosis has this sort of aura to it, this sort of mystery to it. And there is something to be said about having a hypnotist hypnotize you, as opposed to mindfulness, which is yourself and your doing, and it's a little bland if you compare it to hypnosis, in my preferences, right? Because yeah, if there is only you, there is no other. I do believe that. But then the game, the story, the sandbox appears, and there's some people playing in there with you. You're not alone. And hypnosis, with that role structure, the hypnotist and the hypnotee, allows for a lot of play and magic and possibilities that are not necessarily there or in the same way when it's just yourself. The same with sex, right? Huh. Hypnosis opens up choices in behavior. Yes. So do drugs. More surrender for sure there. Where, Thomas? Where is there? So yeah. I have to say something about something. Oh, is that I did that song, Jasmine. Did you see it? COVID karaoke on Facebook. Hashtag COVID karaoke. I did that song. That song is so beautiful. I actually, when I used to be an actress and a theater maker in the old, yeah, gotcha, Thomas. All right, nice to have you, Girish. Girish, I forgot. I hope I said that right. Thanks for being there and for contributing. Vodka? No. Tequila. Oh, thank you, Norman, for, okay, I'm trying, okay, I know I started something there. Oh, yeah, this song. Okay, it is like if you have a treasure chest under your bed, but you do not know that you have it. It's almost as if you do not have it. It does not feel like you have a treasure because you do not see it. But the fact that you're saying that, there is some sort of awareness, or if, I don't know what word to use, there's some sense, a feeling that you have it, that there's something there. And I think, now I'm just being playful here, like a fairy tale, right? Which exists in the world, right? I think perhaps the hesitation or the doubt in looking under the bed and seeing that there is a treasure chest there and pulling it out and opening it. Wow. We don't do that because life, for the most part, has shown us, has taught us, our parents have taught us that, our teachers have taught us that is just your imagination. There is no real wow. But you know, right here, 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 you know that there is. But they told you there isn't. So you don't open that treasure chest. You don't even look to see if it's there because you don't want the possibility of it not being there, or of it being there and opening it and it's empty. Empty is infinite possibilities. Trust yourself. Trust your life. There is a treasure chest just for you. It's there. Open it. Okay, next. Many people have a scent like a bloodhound. They know it's there, but they cannot quite get to it. What the fucking fuck is stopping you from getting to it? Oh, wait, I just kind of explained that, didn't I? But I just also gave you the key. If you accept, why not? Why not right here, right now, in this form, in this whatever? Take the key and open your treasure chest. And do not ever fucking doubt it, regardless of the infinite doubts that may surround you at times. It's not yours. It's not yours. Oh, Emerson, thank you. Yeah, it is a struggle, but I don't know. I don't know. Oh, Norman, good. From the fringe of awareness. Yes, sure. That is why I mentioned the song. Oh, Jasmine, you were an actress too. Okay, so that's what you, thanks for bringing me back to where I was back there and then here. And I made a performance. I created a performance strictly around that song. Oh, thank you, Girish. I thought you were leaving. That's why you said nice talk, but glad you're still here. You know what? All this talk about this song, I'm sorry, but I just gotta play it. Should I play me doing it, Girish, or should I no, it's gonna take too long to find it. Fuck it. That's not what this is about. But y'all shall hear the song, all right? All right, so I do some fun play sandbox kind of thing where I make COVID karaoke. I started in April when I started COVID karaoke when I had this Mariah Carey song. I'm not a big fan of her, but I think she's awesome. But I'm just not a huge fan. And I had this song stuck in my head, and I couldn't get it out. So I thought if I just film myself singing it, it'll get it out. And then that was the first Tim Buckley version. You know, I don't think I haven't heard that, so I'll put that one on. I hadn't heard it before, so wait, what? Oh yeah, so I did that thing. I had a vision of love, and it was all that you've given to me. I realized the dream. Anyway, and I did that, and I was hooked. I'm like, this is so much fun. So I've done like 50 plus some since April of last year. I call it COVID karaoke with a C. I've had some good times with those things, and my partner in crime Cheryl has joined in a few. Okay, what Jeff Buckley, Tim Buckley. Okay, I haven't heard Tim Buckley. I'm excited. I haven't heard this version. All right. Oh, no commercials. All right. Buckley. Long afloat on shipless oceans, I did all my best to smile till you're singing eyes and fingers. I can't. Sorry. Drew me. Love it. But nah. I'm going to put the other version. There's something about the other version. You know, when I first got into that song, when it first appeared to my life. Shit, why can't I get Jeff Buckley off my? Was in a David Lynch movie. David Lynch is a huge inspiration. I love his. Yeah. I don't know. Because I live in fucking Cottonwood, Arizona. What are the options for acting there? I love where I live. I did do a one-woman show. Actually, this isn't a plug, but I guess it also is. I when my mom died of a brain tumor, I over 4 years after that, I wrote this one woman show, Death Monologues. It's what it's called, the Death Monologues. I used to go to our little local cemetery here that's so beautiful and just write. And basically, it's 5 monologues about death. And then death is the MC, the host of the evening. And she, which is me, sort of filters in through the monologues and just kind of ties them all together, opens the show, and then closes it. So I made this show, and it was very, very cathartic for a lot of people with the fear of death. This is not how I felt about death when I started this journey. I didn't even think about death really. And when it popped in, I tried to get it out. So this could kind of, again, another rabbit hole, another sandbox. Although I think the death sandbox is holding all the playground, like whatever the other thing is that's holding all the playground. But I wrote this show, and then I performed it around the States and in Europe, and then it was a one-woman show. Hey, somebody popped in there. And then I stopped doing it just because that's what happened. But people were really asking me, especially around here, like, when are you going to do it again? Because it really, for many, shifted their perspective and their relationship to death. So anyway, I ended up putting it in, I put the script in book form, and it's available on Amazon, The Death Monologues by Giselle Suarez. It's really a beautiful thing. And I'm not just saying that. I really don't feel I had anything to do with it. I really don't. I don't. I just feel that was I was just a vessel or an expression for this to come into the world, into this dream, into reality, whatever. I don't feel any attachment to it, but I know that it's really changed my existence. So yeah, I do feel, I forgot who asked me. Oh, you did, Jasmine. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, this mortal coil. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to bring that up. Why are you not? Okay. Yeah. So I do, interestingly enough, I miss acting, but because my last part of the acting life, not that it's over forever, but the last part was me doing this one woman show where I played Death and like 5 other characters. It got a little lonely, even though I was on stage with a whole audience watching. You're not alone, but I miss the play of doing theater where you're, creating a story through characters. You're acting and behaving a certain way to create a certain effect, and that affects the story and the interactions with other people who are doing the same thing. That's why I loved acting. I got into acting as I always wanted to be an actress as a child, because as a child I thought I didn't use this terminology then. This has just recently been the terminology, but the same thought perspective. I realize that there's so many sandboxes in life, in this world. How can you fucking choose one or two even? The same with a partner, the same with a job, the same with food. It's like, what? It's all there. Why are we gonna pick one because that's how you should do a good life? One marriage, one kid, one job, one country. I don't know. Anyway, sidetracked. What is the way? Where is the possibility here to be able to experience a lot of it? How can I experience what it's like to be a mother, a policewoman, a teacher, a murderer, a psychopath, a nun, a hippie, all in one life? I can be an actress and can play all the roles. And some I didn't even think I would play, like a hairdresser. And it's still the same, even when I'm not on stage now. As Shakespeare said, the world is a stage, and each must play their role. But there is no one role to play because there are so many stages to play in. So go out and play, kids. Go out. Go play. All right. Sorry, I lost my. Yes, Jazz. Yeah. Okay, bye, Ruth. See you. I just got tranced out in my own. All right. So let me get back to the mortal coil. There is okay. I'm sorry for. No, I'm not sorry. Why am I apologizing? How did I get this fucking thing down? Okay, sorry. I was sorry. I'm sorry for swearing. That's not wise in real life, is it? So what's the difference? See, that is what I've been exploring lately, especially with getting my business going, because you start to go into this certain path, right? Like, okay, get a website and da da da, and networking and this, and what is this saying too much? Is this not really okay? Is this gonna get? And then it's like it just becomes like restricted and not feeling as good as this feels, as most of life feels for me, most of my day and nights. So when it starts to constrict and feel like fuck, I'm like, what's been happening is that it's like, whoa, why is this feeling different? Why is this any different than being as free and joyful and authentic as giving this talk here right now? Why is having to think about your audience or your clients in the why does that switch to something else? It's like, okay, this was a very good metaphor that helped me a lot in recognizing this and staying in that Emerson, staying in that space or that sandbox, if you will. Like when you go on a vacation, right? When you have time out, it's like everything goes away, right? Like, fuck it. Oh, I'm having a cocktail at 10 in the morning. It's okay. We're on vacation. I'm eating non-keto stuff. I'm eating a piece of meat and I'm a vegetarian. Oh, it's okay. It's vacation. It's all allowed. Everything's free and feels great. You want to sleep till you want to sleep and wake up when you wake up and go back to sleep, or do nothing, or do this or do that. It's all okay because it's vacation. If people, and I'm talking like your family, the people you live with, people you work with, whatever. If you live alone, the people in your mind, if they saw you doing this